Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Sri Srimad Bhakti-Vedanta Narayana iti Namine Sri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Audārya Madhurya Gunaisayuktam Varam Varenyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tam Sirasa Namami Tridandinam Bhakta Shiromanim Sri Krishna Padavya Udaikavadi Chaitanya Lila Amrita Sarasaram Narayanam Tvam Satatam Prapadye Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Sri Gaura Bhaktavanda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Let me offer millions of obeisances out of feet of Gurudev, Rupan, Guru, Varga, Nama, Nishta, Santan, Prabhu, Sankanta, Koti, Kandavat. And all present caste future Vaishnavas, Tavad, Dandavat, Vancha, Kalpataru, Vyascha, Kripa, Sindhu, Vacha, Patitanam, Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo. Pronounce to everybody. Sorry for little delay. Now, 28, 30th April, Abhiram, Srila Abhiram Thakur Tirabhava. Then Bhakti Vallabh Tirtha Goswami Maharaj disappeared, 2nd May. 3rd May, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur disappeared. 4th May, coming Saturday, week from now, will be Varutini Ekadasi. And 19th May is Mohini Ekadasi. 22nd May is Sri Nrsimha Chaturdasi. So, starting today, Saturday 1. So, 2nd, 2, 3, then 4. We probably have 4 Saturdays. So, Nrsimha. So, what we thought was Nrsimha Prahlad Charita, the pastimes of Prahlad. One time, Bhakti-Vidanta Saraswati Thakur was continuous every day, morning, evening, talked on teachings of Prahlad Maharaj. It shows how important, So, the pastimes of Prahlad Maharaj. So, we will begin that. Vagisha yasya vadane lakshmi yasya cha vakshasi yasyaste hrudaye samvitvam nrsimham bhaje prahlada hridayalladam bhakta vidya vidaranam Sharadinduruchim vande parindra harim. That means whose face Vagdevi Saraswati face, residing, and on the chest, Lakshmi Devi, and in heart, the Samvit, Jnana, knowledge, is residing. His face, Vagdevi Saraswati, heart, Lakshmi, and in uh, uh, on the chest, Lakshmi Devi, outside. In the heart, the knowledge, Samvit. So such a personality, such a Nrsimhadeva, I'm paying obeisance, I'm rendering service unto him, thinking of him, who his Swarupa, his form, his personality is such that he brings happiness, supreme happiness in the heart of Prahlad. That's why Prahlad, even though Prahlada, meaning in whose heart the happiness resides. Now, how happiness comes into Prahlad? Because of Nrsimhadeva eternally residing there and giving happiness to him. And then he will remove the avidya. Avidya meaning what? Ignorance. Ignorance meaning forgetting Krishna. The root of avidya is forgetting Krishna. That he will to keep far away. So such a Lord who is like a effulgent moon, Sharat Kalina Chandra Saman, Anga Shobhait, all his limbs are all effulgent, and he has a lion face. Such a Sri Hari, paying my obeisances. Vagisha Yasya Vadane Lakshmi Yasya Cha Vakshasi Yasyaste Udaye Samvit Tam Nrsimham Aham Bhaje. Prahlada Hridayahladam Bhakta Vidya Vidaranam Sharadindu Ruchim Vande Parindra Harim. Only Sri Hari is the one and only who can destroy all our difficulty disturbances. So only Sri Hari. They say Rake Hari Mare Ke. So Rake Hari Mare Ke. Bengali. So if Hari, Supreme Lord Hari, if he is going to protect you, then who is going to kill him? So we can see Prahlad. His father was so Indra used to Gadgada, used to shake in front of him. Devatas, not to speak of him. But still Prahlad was not disturbed. So that's why the one and only path, one and only way to escape from all the difficulties, all the impediments, is taking shelter of Sri Hari. So, Brahma, Shiva, all the devatas, demigods, what they can do? They can remove certain shortcomings, shortages, if you have food grain short or this and that, disease, like that. They can, material things, they can shortcoming, they can fulfill. But when a big difficulty comes up, then uh, only way Trahi Madhusudana, crying, oh Nrsimhadeva, Nrsimhadeva. I have no other shelter. I have no, you know, we have to take shelter of him. So who is doing it? Even devatas are doing it. Even though they can do, but still they themselves get into trouble. Many incidences. Indra, you know, Lord Shiva himself, Brahma himself, you know. So that time who they all took shelter of Sri Hari, and what to speak of ordinary human being. So Vigna Vinasham in the form of removing all the impediments, difficulties, Sri Hari has taken a very special form. And that's what Bhagavan Sri Narahari, Narahari. Keshavadruta Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Keshavadruta Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. So that's Lord Narahari. By just remembering him, how the impediments will go away. Uh, so even up to the point, by remembering him, even the servants of Yamaduta, uh, they start uh, shouting and running away. Uh, uh, so what to speak of anybody else? Um, so Bhagwan Sri Narahari, there is in one of the Vaikunthas, so many Vaikunthas, is the supreme in that Vaikuntha. There he is with Saraswati and Lakshmi, then Prahlad and all the associates. He is eternally staying there. He is having a 400 form, Vishnu Murti. On the left, on the bottom, is a chakra. On the top, is a Padma. And then Gada, and then Shankha, Conch. His whole effulgence, all the body is effulging. Um, his face is like a lion, uh, but remaining is like a Nara, human like. That's why it's called Nara Hari. Nara and also Hari. Uh, Here, when we say Hari, it's like also name like a lion, one name. That's why it's different names. Narasimha, Nrsimha, Nurahari, Nru Panchasya, like that. So when we say lion, in our mind, what happens? We come across a very very, fear-causing animal. In our mind, it comes up, right? When we say lion, wow, very attacking or very fearful animal. By nature, that is very gambira, meaning very like a king, and then also It has a nature is causing violent, huh? Himsa, huh? Even though it like that, but even then, compared to other animals, there is some speciality for it. That's why it is called Pashu Raja, meaning he is the king of all animals. Huh? Lion is king of all animals. It is a position is given like that. But the lion with other animals is very aggressive, but with its own babies, huh? There is not even a little bit of aggressiveness uh, towards its babies. Huh? Same way, Bhagavan Sri Nrsimhadeva also. For non-devotees, is like a very fearful Mahakala Swarupa, like a Kala, time I am, time destroys everything. And especially the Mahakala, huh? And Sakshat Mrityu, like death. But for devotees, he has a very, very special affection, parental affection. That's why, in relation to him, it has been told, Ugro Pinugraha Evayam Swabhaktanam Rukeshari Ugro Pinruga Evayam Swabhaktanam Rukeshari Keshariva Swapotanam Anyesham Anugraha Vigraha. So now we should consider these impediments, difficulties, where does it come from? How it comes? Once we understand that, then it is easy to understand how to remove them, how to move them away. In one word, wherever there is a shortage of Hari Bhakti, devotion to Sri Hari, wherever there is a shortage of devotion to Sri Hari, then there all kinds of impediments, difficulties takes birth, utpatti. So why then we say that? He's saying, like when Gurudev is giving an example. How, for example, you are staying near a light. If you move away from the light, far away from the light source, then same amount, we get going to stuck in the darkness. Like that. Sri Hari is one and only Abhaya, Ashoka, Amruta, Adar. Abhaya. You can give freedom from, uh, fear. Then Ashoka, Abhaya, Ashoka, Amruta, Adhara. Amruta, Mruta, Amruta. Shoka, Ashoka. Bhaya, Abhaya. See the opposite. Okay. Fear, Abhaya. Free from fear. Tuka, Abhaya. Free from fear. Then Ashoka, uh, feeling misery or dukkha, feeling unhappiness, then is the basis for freedom from death. Amrita Ada. So when we give up shelter, when we give up his shelter, such a person, giving up his shelter and then moving away, then what happens? Then the impediments comes. Then what happens? It will surround us, all around, surrounds us. Same way, Vigna, from ourselves, on the path of non-devotion, non-devotional activities. The fruit of that, these things, the impediments come up. Also, sometimes through non-devotees, uh, jealousy, himsa, meaning non-violent current, also it appears. So in both cases, so Vigna Vinashana, say Nrsimhadeva, Vigna Vinashana, one who can destroy the impediments. Nrsimhadeva, for living entities, one and only help. So when we come near the light, by itself, the darkness will go away. The same way, by remembering him, by his mercy, all the non-devotees, karma activities, the fruit, all of that, non-devotees activities get destroyed. Then it will not disturb us. Nirvigna. He will make us free from all impediments, difficulties, every second with us. Why not? Because yad vibheti swayam bhayam. What does it mean? The fear itself becomes fear. Yeah. See, fear causes fear in somebody else, right? But the fear itself feels fear by the presence of, when we remember Nrsimhadeva, understand? Fear itself feels fear and runs away. No, nothing to do with it. So, yad viveti swayam bhayam. So, if you take shelter of him, where can then be fear? That's why Lord Shiva, he prays always. Lord Shiva. Om Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Nrsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrutyur Mrutyum Namamyaham. So, how the Lord Nrsimhadev, what passion is there? Ugra, Veera, Mahavishnu, Jwalantam, Mukha Vishishta, Bhishana, Bhadra, Mrityu. For Mrityu is the form of Mrityu. For him, I pay obeisances to him. Ugra meaning is appears very tough, very fearful, and is very powerful. Veera, Mahavishnu, Jwalantam, like all around is like a fire, Then he has face everywhere. Jalantam sarvatomukam, everywhere he has a face. Bhishanam, very powerful. And always steady and winnable. He is the death for the death. Death for the death. So for him, I pay my obeisance. So, in reality, he will not tolerate difficulties, impediments to the devotees. That's why his form is very ugra, bhishana. He appears very powerful because he does not tolerate difficulties given to bhaktas. So this is bhakta vasalya, love for devotees, parental affection for the devotees. So that's why he is more soft than the flower, komal, flower. So, and he has appeared to protect devotee and also devotion. Devotee and devotion. Devotee is devotion. He has come as Adi Devata Rupa. He has appeared in this world. Wherever and whenever, for the devotee and then devotion being challenged, or there is a difficulty, very unfavorable situation, such and such a places, Nrsimhadev appeared. Jai Bhakta Vassala Bhagavan Sri Nrsimhadev ki Jai. So, in this Satyuga, Bhakta Pravara, Prahlad Maharaj, in the history of him, we can see a great example. So, Lord Nrsimhadev, through Prahlad, is teaching this world. Shuddha Bhakti, in reality, what is Shuddha Bhakti? What is pure devotion? What is the greatness of that devotion? And then, for such a pure devotees, how every second, every moment is protecting them. So that's why all Shuddha Bhaktas, pure devotion, that's Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotion, pure devotees who are preaching is the Sarva Vijna Vinashana Swarupa, to take shelter. By this very purifying charitra of Prahlad, by hearing and glorifying and remembering, even when we glorifying it, then the living entity always become free from all the impediments. Kyun? Why? Nrsimha, Lord Nrsimhadev, and also his story, his Harikatha, Nrsimha Harikatha is one and the same thing. So Sri Nrsimha Puja, say Prahlad. So before we worship Nrsimhadev, we have to worship Prahlad. Nrsimhadeva Vishaya Vigraha Sri Bhagavan. Vishaya Vigraha Sri Bhagavan. And then Prahlad Maharaj is Ashraya Vigraha Bhagavan Swarupa. He is Nrsimhadeva is Vishaya Vigraha. Ashraya Vigraha is Prahlad. Both of them, they bring out speciality, greatness of the other one. Like Prahlad brings out the greatness of Nrsimhadeva. Nrsimhadeva brings out the greatness of Prahlad. So, that's why Nrsimha Puja, before worshipping Nrsimha Puja, you have to worship Prahlad. Prahlada Klesha Nashayayai Punya Chaturdasi Pujaye Tatra Yatne Nare Prahladam Agrataha. Meaning, one who is destroying the difficulties of Prahlad difficulties, one who is destroying Prahlad difficulties, Sri Hari, who has appeared on Vaishakhi Shukla Chaturdasi, in that Pavitra time, very auspicious time, in the front of Sri Hari, meaning before Sri Hari, as much as possible, we have to worship Prahlad. When we say front of Sri Hari, there are two meanings. First is before worshipping Sri Hari, then another meaning is in front of Sri Nrsimhadev, Prahlad, you have to worship Prahlad. Both meaning is okay. By this, Bhagavan Sri Nrsimhadev will be very, very pleased. Very highly pleased. Because Prahlad, Nrsimhadev has so much love for Prahlad. See, the pastime later on we will see. Lord Nrsimhadeva appeared, Brahma he couldn't even go nearby. Lakshmi ran away. Understand? Only when Prahlad went, he became very pleased. So there is a pastime with Prahlad. The previous, what was this history about Prahlad? Prahlad Maharaj is Nrsimhadev's eternal partial, eternal associate. Eternal associate. Even then, in his relation, there is one ancient history. Like, for example, Nanda Yashomati, Sri Krishna. Even though they are eternally partial, eternal associate. Nanda Yashomati, right? Nanda Mara Yashoda, mother, father. In Bhagavatam, we see Drona or Dara. Drona or Dara. They also entered Nanda and Yashomati and the sadhaka, they did so much austerity. And Brahma, they wanted a Vasalya. No? So, same way, Bruhad Naradiya Purana. No? Same way, Prahlad caste is described. So, when Prahlad wanted to know his previous history, Swayam Bhagavan Sri Nrsimhadev, he told, to Prahlad. So what he said was, long time back in Avanti Nagar, there was a Vasu Sharma. There was a Brahmana. He knew all the Vedas. Vasu Sharma Brahmana in Avanti Nagar. He was always very fully engaged in Vaidika Kriya Karma. And there was no possibility of any inauspicious or bad thing happening from him. So that's why he was very dear to the Devatas also, demigods. His wife, Sushila, like the name Sushila, all good qualities. Same way, she was also uh, very good in all behavior, activities. hmm, Pativrata Ramani. She was also very famous. And they had 5 children. Not graduate. They were all Pitru Matru Bhakta. They were all very devoted to father and mother. And because of that, they became very good and very learned. But in one of them, Vasudeva, among the 5 children, the smallest one, smallest, youngest one, rather, youngest of the 5 children, he was different. He was different. How? He was not a good character. He was very attached to one prostitute. Because of that, he did not complete his education, you know. Then gradually, he became even drinking alcohol. Then without any uh, concern, doing all kinds of sinful activities. Then he was spending time in the prostitute's house day and night. So one day what happened, both became this Vasudeva and then this prostitute fight for some reason, very big fight. So the fruit of that is they became very angry. And when the angry comes because there is some false ego, they did not eat any food, no sleep, everything they gave up. So by chance, what happened? That day it was Nrsimhadev's Chaturdasi, Nrsimha Chaturdasi. So by unknowingly, without taking any food, sleep, and all night they were uh, uh, up. Because of that, unknowingly, Nrsimha Chaturdasi got performed. But they did not know this. Unknowingly, it was done. But still, the fruit of vrata will not go waste. So because of that, by the power of following vrata, the prostitute also became very purified. and to purify and to enjoy the Triloka, She qualified for that. So then she was born as an Apsara in the heavenly planet. Then she entered Nrsimha's planet. And this side, Vasudeva, he became, achieved Shuddha Bhakti, Vishuddha Bhakti. Prahlad, he came to know known as Prahlad. Uh, then Nrsimhadeva narrating this background, history. At the end, he said, "Oh Prahlad, you have appeared in this world to initiate bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti, to bring Bhagavad. You have appeared for that. After this, you will again, you will enter my kingdom. You will enter my kingdom." Told like that. Of course, you might ask a question, how come Allah considered as one time eternal associate, but on the other hand, he was like with prostitute and all that. How do you read? So it's like the real personality, Prahlad, is eternal associate of Krishna, Nrsimhadeva. But sometimes some other entity who happened to follow Nrsimha Chaturdashi unknowingly also entered Prahlad when he appears. So that way we have to reconcile. So we can understand associate of Prahlad, Bhagavan, associate of Bhagavan. He will not come because of some past karma pala, fruit of activities, karmic activities. But by the desire of the Lord to accomplish certain special assignment, they appear in this world. But from the external vision, we see they are going to appearing, suffering so much. But all those difficulties is not because of any karma pala, fruit of previous thing. But through him to show in this world Hari Bhakti and Hari Bhakta, Ashesh Mahima. Jai Jai. Jai 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 Jai. Gaura Hari ki Jai, Gaura Harati ki Jai. Gaura Hari ki Jai, Gaura Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai, Nrsimhadeva Bhagwan ki Jai. Jai. So, even though pure devotee, Prahlad, he is like going through so much difficulty, war, so much attack, this, that. It is not due to his karma, past life. No. Not like that. Desire of the Lord to show to this world the greatness of a devotee and also the bhakti. If we have a unflinching, pure devotion to the Lord, even though so many difficulties will come, how one will be protected, to show that. So, otherwise, how an ignorant person will learn? See, how an ignorant person will learn? Uh, also, by hearing or narrating these pastimes of Prahlad and Nrsimhadeva together, by hearing, people in this world, they will be elevated. Later on, we will see that in the. So, Vaishnava Mahajan, Mahabhagavat Prahlad, by the desire of the Lord, he appeared in the demonic family. Father, Hiranyakashipu. Ha, ha, ha. Mother is Kayadu. And the Hiranyakashipu's brother's name was Hiranyaksha. Both of them, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. Whole world is to fear of them. They were so powerful demons. In reality, they were the Lord's gatekeepers in the Vaikuntha, Jaya and Vijaya. But because of the Chatussana, these four rishis, because of something, one day they became very displeased with them, and they gave this curse. You both take birth in demonic family. So that's why both were appeared in the Kashyapa Rishi, Mata Diti. They appeared as very powerful, very, very, very powerful demons. When they appeared on this world, all the demigods' effulgence became reduced. They were so powerful. And as they grew up, as they became bigger, they threw all the devatas from the heavenly planets. They threw them away. And they occupied the entire three worlds. So they were so powerful. What is there so much, Ashcharya, One time, Bhagwan Varahadev, one time, Rasatal, lower planet, he was lifting it to lift Lord Varaha appeared. So at that time, Hiranyaksha, he was thinking, there is nobody as powerful as me. I want to fight with somebody. He was so false ego, So then he was there, on his chest beating. Who is there who can come and fight with me? So like that he went to Varuna. Varuna is the demigod for the water. Water. So then he told Varuna, oh, you want to fight? You have so much desire to fight, huh? Okay. So for for all the time, for one and once for all, to remove all that thing, your false ego. Only Sri Vishnu is only able, is one and only able to fight with you. So that's why from that time, Hiranyaksha, he wanted to have, looking for Vishnu, you know. Then he was asking everywhere. Then he appeared in front of Varaha. Then what happened? Big fight. And the end, uh, the Lord kicked him. Then he lost all false ego, everything. So when his brother heard that his Hiranyaksha was being killed by Lord Vishnu, he became so angry, Hiranyakashipu. He became mad. Wow! Who, you know, who will say that Vishnu is Samadarshi, he is equal to everyone. He always takes the side of demigods. And then he has killed my brother. Wow. He does not know that he is my brother. His brother is Hiranyakashipu. ah, is that so? So I will take a vow. So by the blood of Vishnu, I will offer as a tarpana, to my brother. Uh, then saying he called all the associates. Then he gave instruction. Here, Vishnu is our root enemy, is the root enemy. Huh? By concentrating on that, all the demigods, sages, all the living entities, and dharma, religious, take shelter by keeping Vishnu in the center, right? Even the Brahmanas, they do yajna with the ghee. So through that, Vishnu is living. That's why we should destroy all Brahmanas. And when every Brahmana is finished, there is no more yajna. And there is no more ghee. So by that, Vishnu will be dead. Like that. That thing. So wherever there is cows, Brahmanas, if there is any yajnas, Vaidika Kriya, even by hearing the word, and the yajna, they use this wood. Even the wood, he is going to that, you have to destroy, put fire and then destroy them. From today, religion is banned, is stopped. No more religion, no more auspicious religion. Dharma. Dharma is finished. No one will do dharma. And we will kill Vishnu through his stomach. Go, don't delay. Very quickly, you follow my instruction. So like that, you can imagine the order. But it is very pitiable, how these demons. And in one sense, similar thing is happening now. There is always a fight, good and bad. So then all the demigods became very disturbed, and in the form of humans, they were here and there invisible, became. After this, uh, Hiranyakashipu, he came to pacify Hiranyaksha, his brothers, wives, children. And he's talking to them. You see how he's talking. Don't be in anxiety or unhappy. Unhappy. Who will say Hiranyaksha is died? See, look at that. He gave order to kill brahmanas, cows, everything. So much angry with Vishnu. Now here, what he's talking? Don't fear. Don't fear. Don't be unhappy. He's telling the children, the wives of his brother, Hiranyaksha. Hiranyaksha is already died. But he says, no, who will say Hiranyaksha died? Atma, the soul, is no death, no birth. There cannot be any, at any time, it cannot be destroyed. So one who has taken birth, only that body will get destroyed. And then also giving up the body by fighting like a um, hero, big hero. What a great thing. So that's why when we have attachment to this body, deha, atma buddhi, in this body, thinking this body is the atma, that's why we become unhappy so much. So how can there be any equivalent to ignorance to this much? So like this, he is telling so much atma tattva. Now, how do we reconcile? you know, he's telling again, like Bhagavad Gita, all the न जायते म्रियते व कदाचिन नायम भूत्वा भूतम न अन्यते अन्यमाने शरीर. When body destroyed, soul will not be destroyed. Like that is all telling. But before that, he ordered killing Brahmanas, so much hatredness towards Vishnu and all that. Who is telling all this? Who gave this knowledge? How do you reconcile? That's why the Shastra saying, शैतान भी शास्त्रों की बात कर सकता है. Meaning, even a shaitan meaning very, it can be meaning even a ghost or a unsaintly person, most sinful person. He can also talk about Shastra, but to how much he understand the truth of Atma, Atma Tattva, the truth about Atma. And then who is the source of Atma Tattva? That pure supreme truth, Vishnu, if one doesn't have bhakti, then what is the use? Only is Atma Tattva, is all talk, is only waste. Because, this is how it is. So by this, in reality, in other words, without devotion to the Supreme Lord, and with the root of of course, he's talking Atma and all that, but what does Atma wants? Wants naturally devotion to the Lord. You see. So if he is not aware of that or he is not trying to focus on that, then what is it? It's simply waste. Then by this kind of talks, his unhappiness, misery will not go away. Same because of this reason. Uh, so you know, he did not go away. Unhappiness increased. Huh? So so from the beginning, Hiranyakashipu, he wanted to kill Vishnu. Huh? Uh, so now he is making ready. Now he wanted to, uh, by knowingly wanted to kill. So, and he was thinking, see, Hiranyaksha was not an ordinary fighter. So, all the demigods, they were insignificant in front of him. But still, when Vishnu killed him, so then he's thinking, by taking this strength in the war, he cannot win. So he's thinking that's why he need a Aishwarika Shakti. Huh? Aishwarika Shakti. Some kind of uh, powerful potency, Shakti. That's why it needs austerity, tapasya. So he started doing, wanted to Brahma, tapasya to Brahma, to obtain this Aishwarik Shakti. Uh, before that, he's thinking he wants to establish, he wants to win over his death. He wants to stop his death. Hmm? Then only he can go in front of Vishnu at that time. He should not do the way his brother did the mistake, Hiranyaksha. So that's why he went to do tapasya, Hiranyakashipu. From his house, went away. What is his goal? Ishwarika Shakti. Attain like a potency of the Lord. And to idea is to kill the Lord. Get the potency from the Lord to destroy the Lord. Ishwar. So what he is saying is, suppose if the fighter comes with a weapon, we take his weapon and kill him with the same weapon, like that. So like Vrukasura, Vrukasura and Lord Shiva, in the Bhagavatam, there is a pastime. Vrukasura, he attained from Lord Shiva, he did so much austerities. Then he attained a boon. What was that? On whoever on the head I put my hand, they should break their head, should die. Nrsimha said, okay. So that's what he said. Ask any boon, he has already told. And what to. So he said, okay. Now, so he ran after Shiva to kill. So like that. Then Lord Shiva was running everywhere. Huh? That's why he says, uh, the demon also they do this austerity. But from that, what is the use? Hmm? That's why Narad Muni in Pancharatra is telling, uh, what is the use of worshipping Sri Hari? Huh? What is the use of tapasya, austerity, to worship Sri Hari? If worshipping Sri Hari is not the goal, huh, then what is the use of that austerity? So this is not the um, this is not to be taught to the demons like Hiranyakashipu. Huh? So whatever it is, by the austerities of Hiranyakashipu, he went away to do Hiranyakashipu. Then all the demigods, they got their life back because he ran away, went away to do tapasya. So they again got back the heavenly planet. Huh? So meantime, by the arrangement of the Lord, huh, uh, Hiranyakashipu, by through him, Prahlad entered the Kayadu's the Garbha, the huh? uh, अच्छा उधर है 5 मिनट हाँ 10 मिनट he entered the womb of Kayab. Huh? There is a saying how he might wonder he has went to the austerity tapasya to do how he met Kayab. Now he says when he was doing austerity, you know there was a under a tree, he's doing all these things. Then there was a bird, he's saying, bird it came. You uh, it is saying, Hari, 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 Hari bol, Hari, Hari, Hari bol. Right? Then he got disturbed, Hiranyakashipu. Then he came home. Then Kayal is asking, oh Lord, why did you come back so early? He went for it. What to do? I was doing this, my tapasya. This bird was disturbing me. Oh yeah, which bird? This like a uh, parrot. Parrot. What is saying? Haribol, Haribol. Oh, my dear. What it was saying? Because she was a devotee. Hari, Hari. Why you are saying, asking? No, no, I want to make sure what it was telling. Hari, Hari. So somehow she was trying to get the name of Hari through him, you know. So like that, Prahlad was appeared. Uh, Hari, Hari. No English. Even though he had so much hatred, he was uttering the name Hari, Hari. And it says, the even with hatredness, if you call upon the name of Hari, there's some power is there, which is anamabhas, one type of namabhas. So that's how Prahlad appeared. He entered the womb of Mother Kayadu. Then Devaraj Indra is thinking, Then what happened? Then again he went back to do austerity. Huh? But Kayad is very nice. She is telling so many times, "Oh dear, tell me again and again." She was cooking nicely and then he was pleasing her. And oh, what was the bird? What did bird say again? Hurry, hurry! How many times I have to tell you? Like that. So as many times as possible. She very nice. So then what happened? The Devraj Indra is thinking, bah, Hiranyakashipu is so bad. Now he has gone to hospital. Now his wife is pregnant and he will be no less than his father. We had one person again, more suffering we don't want. It is better to kill in the beginning itself. So a son of a big demon will become big demon. So it is better to kill in the beginning itself. Uh, so while taking birth, let's finish him off. So thinking like that, he was thinking uh, to steal, to take away the wife of Hiranyakashipu, Kayadu. You know, you know. Then he took her. To, then Devarshi Narad Muni, he was Sarvajna, he knows everything. And he understood the mind of Indra. Then he came in the path while Indra taking huh, Kayadu and stopped him. Hey brother, what are you doing? Indra, whom you are catching and taking? You know who is in the womb of this mother, this Kayadu? He is a devotee, very, very dear to the Sri Lord Hari. Mahabhagavat is in this womb. So if you make any injury to this baby, to this Vaishnava, you think he will survive? He will lose everything. Everything will be destroyed. Now better leave. Leave. So hearing this, because Indra respects Narada Muni, yeah, he knows, Narada knows everything. That's why he became very fearful. He left same time, Kayadu. Because Vaishnava Aparad, offense to the Vaishnava is very, very unthinkable. Very deep. So then he circumvented mother, circumventing the Vaishnava 3 times, 4 times. Paid obeisances and then went away. Then Narada Muni is telling to Kayadu, "Oh, my daughter, let's go. Huh? Till your husband comes back. Huh? Be protected in my ashram, in my ashram. You stay in my ashram till your husband comes back. You'll be protected there." So hearing this, she became very peaceful. So, and also to become more peaceful, then she got a boon from Narad Muni that according to her desire, the baby will be born uh, according to her desire, you know, because she desired that baby should be born when the husband comes back, not before that, you know. So then she became very peaceful, uh, and she started living in the Narada's ashrama. Then, what is the um, how fortunate, you know, what is who will know the greatness, the fortune of Prahlad? Hmm? From the womb, you know, when the he's living in the mother's womb, uh, and he attained the Narad Muni's association. Hmm? Uh, Devarshi Narada, keeping Prahlad in his uh, mind, he started telling Mother Kayadu very intricate Bhagavad Tattva, all the Harikatha. Like how Shukadev also, he also learned from the mother's, when he was in the mother's womb. Father Vyasadeva, he heard.
Hare Krishna, Dada Pranav, you're on mute.
Gurudev, no sound.
Hare Krishna. Huh?
Close it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, sorry about that. Gurudev is ending the class as there's some sound technical difficulty, and he will be back to Hare Krishna.